So what is algebra? Algebra uses letters as a container for numbers. These letters are called pronumerals because they're used instead of a number. A pronumeral is like a container, so it could be any letter, N, X, P, Y, and that container can hold any number. Why do we use algebra? Well, it's a way of predicting unknown results. For instance, we can use algebra to predict things like the weather. It's pretty complex. We can use algebra to predict the depth of a mine by dropping a rock into it. We can use algebra to predict the design of a plane so we know that it will fly. So algebra is used in so many things. Okay, let's talk about use of algebra and arithmetic. Now, first of all, a few tips. When you use the following words, you need to use the following arithmetic operations. So, if you see sum or total or add in the question, then you need to use the plus or add. If you see product, multiply or times in the question, then you need to use multiply. If you see subtract, less than, minus, eaten or lost, then you need to use the subtract. And finally, if you see divide, quotient or share, then you need to use the divide arithmetic operation. So there's some tips just in questions. So let's do a few simple examples. Okay, Jack's got a bag of N lollies and Jules gives him another 5 lollies to put in his lolly bag. So how many lollies does now Jack have in his bag? Well, he originally has N lollies, and he's been given another 5 lollies, so the total now is N plus 5. Whatever he had at the start, he's got 5 more. This is the answer, and you've got to understand that you're not looking for now a number to get to the answer. You're looking for what's called an equation or a term that will give you an idea of how many lollies are there. So it's N, that was the starting number, plus 5, and that's the answer. Okay, Jack has N lollies in her lolly bag and Jack eats 5 of her lollies. How many lollies does Jill now have in her lolly bag? Okay, she started with N lollies. Jack eats 5 of her lollies. So now she's got N minus 5 because she started with N and she's got 5 less because Jack ate them. So she's got N minus 5, and that's the answer. Jack has N lollies in his bag and wants to share them equally with his friends Jill, Jan and Joe. After Jack has shared the lollies, and he's going to have some too, so how many lollies do each of the 4 friends have? Because you've got Jack, Jill, Jan and Joe. They're the 4 friends. Okay, well, Jack originally has N lollies, and he gives each of the 4 people, including himself, an equal share of the lollies. So this means that each person has N divided by 4, or N over 4. Why? Because Jack started with N lollies, and then he divided that up equally for 4 friends, including himself, for 4 people. So each person gets N divided by 4, or N over 4 lollies. And that's the answer for this one. Finally, Jack has a bag containing N lollies. He then buys another 9 bags of the identical lolly bag. So he buys another 9 of them. He now has 10 lolly bags because he started with 1, he bought another 9, that makes 10. If his first lolly bag contains N lollies, what is the new total of his 10 lolly bags? Okay, starting with N lollies, what's he going to end up with? We can do this 2 ways. One way, and this is probably the longer way, is you can just add up each bag containing 10 lollies. So that's N plus N plus N plus N plus N 10 times. What does that give you? Well, that gives you 10N. 10 times N or 10N. Because we've added them up, it's 10 times N. Or, the other way is just to multiply the first bag of lollies by 10. So that's 10 times N or 10N. We get the same answer either way. The second way is probably quicker than the first. Okay, there's some simple examples. Hopefully that helps you move along with your algebra and arithmetic.